So, in the Heart of the Sun Discord server, by the way, click the link down in the description if you want to join in. I made a poll there to see if you like more or not, and these were the results. Guess I won't be pissing off a lot of people. Welcome to album reviews. Pink Floyd, The More soundtrack. Before we get to the episode, I must tell you something. This video will not have the music clips anymore since I realized that I am way too lazy to make two versions of the exact same video. Anyway, here's the episode. So after the departure of Sid, they started to do live shows all around London, some of which would be recorded for their next album, but that's for another episode. Director Barbara Schroeder attended one of them and liked their music, so he contacted them to make a soundtrack for his movie, try to guess the name, about a guy and a girl who got addicted to heroin and have sex and some, I don't know. I didn't watch the movie. Move on. Now the album is 45 minutes long and it's split into 13 songs. The first one is called Cirrus Minor and it's actually a really good song. Start of the record. It's a great ballad and that harmony between David's and Roger's voices gives me chills every time. It's cozy and I love it. Even though people bash it, I still think it's a good song. I give Cirrus Minor a 7 out of 10. Okay, I know this is early, but I have to address something. There is much debate about what the first heavy metal rock song there is, and there are a lot of choices like Helter Skelter by the Beatles, Revolution by the Beatles, but I think I found it, and it's in this album. It's called the Nile Song, and this song is heavy. If you were thinking about Pink Floyd, you wouldn't think this, and yet it's so good. Just imagine if they took this direction instead of becoming a prog rock band. The guitar solos are amazing, and oh my god, Gilmour's vocals are here. It's so amazing. The screams are perfect for this kind of music. It's great. The Nile Song, 8 out of 10. I would recommend it if you're starting out on Pink Floyd and you want to get some of their early days. So good. The next song is called The Crying Song. Apparently it was meant to make you cry. It didn't. This is a bit boring, but it's a sweet ballad nonetheless. It's short, sweet, not inoffensive. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. The next song though is an instrumental called Up the Khyber. This song is special because it's one of the few songs that don't credit Roger and David and only credit Wright and Mason. This instrumental is built on a repeated drum riff made by Mason, and Wright just plays random notes. This song has very little cohesion, and it's just random experimental noodling. I would have rated a 2 out of 10 for this, but this is the first song is that it works in the context of a movie, but as a single song, it just flops. And for that, I'm just gonna give this song a 4 out of 10. Nothing too bad, it's just... The next song is called Green is the Color, and it's really sweet. The song only features David and Rick, and I think their playing paired with David's vocals make it a great track. It's a great ballad, nice and sweet. I give Green is the Color a 7 out of 10. The sixth song off of this album is a sweet ballad. It's called Cymbaline, about the hardships of music business through the eyes of a girl wanting to make it big in music. Try to guess her name. The song is good, and the vocals are once again soft and light. It's a good song. I'd recommend it. I'd give Cymbaline a 7 out of 10. The next song though is called Party Sequence, and again it only works in the context of the movie alone. As a standalone track it kinda sucks. 4 out of 10. The main theme is the next track in my opinion, and it's one of my least favorite of this. It's the second longest song. It's just experimental noodling, to be honest. It doesn't even hold up in the context of the movie. I don't like this track. It's long, no cohesion, it's boring. I give the main theme a 3 out of 10. Just disappointing. The next song here is another rocker, and I love it. It's called Ibiza Bar. It's just the same as the Nile Song, but nonetheless, it rocks hard. The drums are super heavy. The Gilmour succulent rocker guitar solos. I love it. This was also written by Gilmour. Hands down, I give Ibiza Bar easily a 6.5 out of 10. It's so good. After that, the songs start to tire me a bit, and the last 4 songs are just boring instrumentals. the first of these is called More Blues. It's good. It's just too repetitive for me. It's just the other bandmates just playing along and Gilmore just noodling on his guitar. It's 5 out of 10. And Quicksilver is just too long for my taste. Too boring. I give it a 3.5 out of 10. A Spanish piece is just Roger Waters playing a character hopped on heroin trying to hook up with someone while Spanish music plays on the background. It's a song, it's just not something that a normal person would make. It's a 3 out of 10 for me, and yeah. And the dramatic piece is just the same as More Blues. It's just Gilmore noodling on his guitar while Mason and Waters repeat the same melody over and over again. It's not even dramatic. It's not even dramatic. It's 4 out of 10 for me. That's it for More. Okay, now time for the final rating. I give More a 4.5 out of 10. Even though it has some really good tracks on it, like the Nile Song and Cymbaline, it's a soundtrack, and soundtracks are for movies. If you take the movie out of the soundtrack, it rarely stands on its own, and this isn't an example of it. It's still an okay listen. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to get into some of their early stuff, I would recommend this. It's not an essential listen, but it's a good add-on. That's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one with the album from the same year, Amagama. Bye!